Testing audio, testing audio, testing audio, 1, 2, 3, testing audio. Hmm. Testing audio. There we go. Okay. So for those that are watching now or later after this video is not live, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating an animation for the Studio competition, um, Anime Studio Tutor competition. So animestudiotutor.com. The link's in the description as well of the video. And I'm going to be creating a animation for a silly bird. I think is the theme. See if I can find it. There it is. So that's this month's theme is a silly bird. I think these competitions are really good to really help you get better at animation. It's been a really long time since I've done animation. I've just been doing animation tutorials. And so now this is a really good chance for me to kind of do my own personal thing once more. So yeah, definitely want everyone, invite everyone to participate. Pretty cool prize and everything. Um, okay, Haunted and uh, Abdelek. Okay, let me double check my settings real quick for my audio. It is all the way up. Let's see if I can fix my mic. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can. Um, well, hopefully it's okay. I just want to make sure I'm not clipping. Okay, so basically what I've got so far is my assets right now. So I have TV sets set up. I'll show you my storyboard, just really rough. It's actually done on paper. I just took a picture of this. So this is my storyboard, basically. So I'm working on the TV assets. Uh, I'll try and break down the story some other time, but right now I'm just going to work on the assets. So if you care to watch, this is basically me just creating all the assets. Then I'll be doing the bird. I got a few references that I pulled from the internet, so I got some images that I'll be using for some references for the bird that I want to be animating. And yeah, so feel free to ask questions. I'll try to check into the comments. It's just weird. I'm only on one screen right now. Yep. Yeah, family where I am in Arizona. That is correct. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just creating, again, like I said, just the assets. I just finished up the TV, and I just figured, hey, why not stream this? This might be helpful for somebody else. Um, yeah, so I just finished up the TV, so now I'm going to be starting on the bird. Let's see, I need to take another picture on my phone here and get another reference. So bear with me just a moment. I'm on my phone too. I don't have a scanner. Just take a picture and email it to myself. But I'll go back to the chat here so I can see what's going on. Pop out chat. Okay, that might be better. Oh, nice. Good year. I think I went out there once. But yeah, I'm in the Phoenix area. All right, let's take a picture here. Yeah, so right now I don't really know what I'm gonna do as far as the rigging for this bird. This will just be everything's gonna be really quick turnaround time as far as getting it done before the end of the month, and I don't have a lot of time. So let's see. Let me grab that from my email. Okay. Oh, I guess it helps if I send the picture to myself. Well, hopefully Haunted, this can help you. I know the drawing tools can be a little bit pretty not that fun. Let's see. So bear with me, guys. Right now I'm just trying to send myself this picture from my phone so I could email it to myself. Uh, for those of you that are there, is anybody interested in participating in the competition that's held by Anime Studio Tutor? If not, definitely give it a go. But yeah, I'd like to know if anybody else is doing the competition this month. I think I only did it once, and it was actually my very first animation. And it's again, it's a really good way to practice to there we go, to get better at animation. All right, so I'm gonna change screens real quick here, but I'll be right back. I just got to get this stuff off my computer, and I don't want to show everybody's email that emails me. Uh, okay, what's going on here? So should be getting that pretty soon. What is going on? Okay, what the heck? All right, so right now I'm just trying to get the assets pulled onto my computer. There we go. Good grief. That took long enough. All right, cool. So I'll be back pretty short here, just grabbing my last image that I want to use. I'll be tracing over. Okay, and we're back. All right, awesome. Um, yeah, hopefully when you get your computer fixed there, Haunted, you can get going again. Animation is life. It's awesome. I love it. Um, all right, so this is my storyboard. I need to start saving these just so I can have them. So storyboard, I'm just gonna call this storyboard as well. Storyboard. This is, oh, that's the be right back screen. I just created that, so let me just take that out. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna grab the image and start kind of tracing. I kind of got a cartoonish design of this bird. So let's go ahead and let's pull in some assets first. Oops. I guess you can only do one image at a time. Image. Let's see. So I'll use these two. And then I will pull in my actual image of the bird. Um, so yeah, I actually plan on going through the whole phase. So design, rigging, and animation. And then I'm going to have the assets available for everyone so that they can see and even follow along if you want to, everything that I did for this. Where is that image that I just got? What on earth? Is it under assets? Ah, dang, not the be right back screen. Image, storyboard. Oh, that's it right there. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is what I have so far for kind of just like a goofy design. Again, I want to make it a silly looking bird. And this was a quick sketch, but now I want to use actual reference to get the actual anatomy of this bird correct. So the first thing that I'm going to do is looking at this entire bird. It's pretty easy. It's just basically broken down into one shape and two legs. Excuse me. So I'm just going to keep it as is, as it's shown here. So I'm just going to go ahead and first what I'll do is I'll create a group for this, and I'll make that a bone group. Let's see, convert to bone. So this will be my silly bird, right? So that's the start of my layers there. Let's just go ahead and let's just move all these into its own folder as well, so I don't get too much stuff in the way. What's layer? Don't know what those are. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw these into a folder real quick. Just call these reference images. And if you want, you can give all your different things like a color or whatever, so it's like easier to see what's what. Okay, so for the silly bird, first thing that I'm going to do is just go ahead and just draw out his head. For the mouth, it's going to be a little bit different. For the mouth, that's going to be on its own separate layer because I am going to be doing lip syncing for this character. Um, and also outside of this, something that you won't see is I'll be doing the audio design. So I'll be adding sound effects, which are pretty much voiceovers. I don't have time to hire a voiceover person to do voiceovers for me. So I'll just do my own voiceover for this animation. And yeah. So again, I want to make sure that I get the whoops. For some reason that's not working. It's not pulling right. So I want to get the shape just set right there. Let me check chat real quick just to see if you guys are asking anything. Um, okay. Yeah, looks like we got a few from all over the world, which is really cool. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I don't really understand. I don't know what language that is. But yeah, I will do my best to answer questions. I just saw another one pop up there as I'm looking at it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. Oh, I think you both are talking to one another. That's cool. All right, so now with that done, again, I'm going to grab a reference of the image. So the whole bird itself is black, except I don't want to make it that black, so I'll probably stick with that dark color. His head, um, I'll probably do a mask, and I'm not sure if I want to do a stroke for this character yet. Probably not. Let's see if I can bring my original image back. What's going on here? Nope, not that one. Um, let's see. I'll probably, yeah, I might have a stroke for this character. Let's see I want to keep the style the same. So yeah, I'm gonna do black strokes. I already started black strokes, so I might as well keep all the style the same for everything across the board. So I'm gonna go back to this character. Again, it's gonna be black. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a group because I want to do a mask. Okay, so this is gonna be called body mask. Okay, that just reset. I don't know what happened. Body mask. Okay. And then this is going to be his body. And then the red part, I'll just call it red just because I know what it is. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and create that shape. So again, I want to get the actual reference of the actual image. And it's, I don't know, there's really not too much going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab uh, the add point tool and just start creating the shape. I drew a little bit, just kind of sketches of this bird to try to get it, figure out its anatomy and just get some higher res images. So um, nothing too fancy right now. Just going to go ahead and create a fill. And what I'll do is I'll grab that color and I might slightly offset it just so it matches the style that I'm going with. But that looks pretty good so far. So now I have that group that I need to make into a mask. So I'm going to go ahead and hide all. And then for the body, I need to exclude the strokes so that they show up on the red. So I'm going to go ahead and exclude those strokes so that it covers the whole thing there. And then for the bottom there, I'll start adding little bits more detail once I get to that point. But right now I'm just roughing everything out just to get it all on paper. So just like you would if you were sketching this out, you can do the same thing with Mohos. Quickly sketch things out. So we have the tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to add the tail as part. I'm going to have that as a separate piece. So I'm actually going to have his tail behind his body. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer. And I'm going to call this tail. And I'm going to go ahead and just draw out a quick tail. Again, this was a sketch. So actually what I should be looking at is my actual reference, not the sketch. Because that tail is, I can already see, is very off. So let's see if I can get a better, let's see if I pulled a better example. Ooh, just a little short tail in there. That's a little bit of a fatter bird. I don't even know if it's actually the same bird. Let's take that out. I think I had one more reference image that I need to pull. Gosh, I keep on hitting the wrong button. Image. Let's see. Yeah, this. Which one? I think. Yeah, so that one. So that kind of RS also doesn't really have that good of a tail shot. That's all right. Like I said, I won't spend too much time on that right now. Just try to get everything fleshed out first. Okay, so that's going to be very rough looking. And then his legs. Actually, I need to pull up an actual reference for his legs. So I don't even think this is the same bird. It doesn't look like it. It has the same form, but his legs, not so much. So his legs are actually yellow, and they have kind of like this fur on the leg right there. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So for the body, I'm going to have his front leg in front of the actual body, obviously. So um, leg, whoops, front. Okay. And what I can probably do, I could probably mirror this image. I'm not sure if I can. There we go. So I'll mirror that image and then I'll just kind of move it just to kind of help me form a leg here real quick, even though that's not the exact position I want. Just for reference. So his leg's gonna come out like that. Let me find one more reference actually, just so I can see from another angle. Okay. So yeah, that whole thing is like furry all the way down to his like foot. And that's my original. Okay, we're not gonna use that. Let's just go ahead and take this one out as well. Oh, that one I had for feet. That's what I wanted to use that one for, was for feet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead into his leg now. And again, just quickly sketch this out as much as you can in Moho. That's basically what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that color. I might need to work on that color so it's not so dull. Brighten it up a little bit. Oops. Everything's very delayed right now. I have no idea why. That'll do for now. And then I'm wondering if I'll leave that stroke on there. That might be fine for now. And then what I want to do, let's go over my storyboard just so I can see what I had. Okay, so that was very simple. So I'm having him stand on like a tree branch. So what do I want to do for that foot? Let's bring the foot back in. Again, I want to keep the style the same. I don't want to get too, this is like a very simple style. So that actually has a claw that goes on that side that you can't see. This is going to come forward, come down, something like this. Again, I don't know anatomy too well of the bird, so I don't know how many bones it has in its foot. So what we're going to do is just kind of wing it at the moment until later on I can do a little bit more research and see what this bird's actually made of. Whoops. One too many points. Go ahead and take that back a little bit. For his feet, what I'm probably going to do is put those on switch layers. So, shoot, how do I want to do this? For the feet. So this is where it takes a little bit of pre-planning before you even start designing. So his feet, they can be like that. That's fine. Let's go ahead and let's give it just kind of a, let's grab that, whoops, that pink. Why is that not grabbing? That pinker color. So his legs, so what I'll do is I'll attach, yeah, so I'm going to do the foot separately actually. So I'm going to do that in a separate layer, and it's going to be in a switch layer. So I'll go ahead and start that switch, and I will just do, I'll call it foot one because I really don't know what to call it at the moment. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste, where'd it go? Whoa, where does foot go? All right, I got to go back. Let's just copy that for now. Switch, foot one, and paste. I'm missing something. What am I doing wrong? It's been a while since I've used Switch. Let's do, oh, you know what? I think I need to put a vector inside of a Switch folder. Dir. Okay, that's why. So there we go. Now if I paste that. So that's going to be his, I think I'm just going to call this feet for now, because I think I'm going to be using both both feet. This could be foot 1. So that will then go into there. There we go. That works a little bit better. And then I want his feet below his leg. Okay, so that'll be that first foot. Again, everything's still rough, and then we'll smooth everything out and get it to work. Okay, so I'm gonna hide that for a moment just so I can focus on what I'm looking at here. I still need to do like the background and stuff, so I'll be adding that as well. It'll be all very just kind of simple. It's just a little short animation. So we got his leg front, so let's go ahead and let's do his leg back. And actually, just to make things easier, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to duplicate leg front, and I'm going to do leg back. Oops, leg back. Okay, so, oh, that's still, the front leg still has that foot on there. There we go. Let's take that out. What is going on? So leg front, there we go. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. All right, so leg back. So this is going to be behind the body, and then I'm going to take and I'll move that, and then I'll work with it a little bit. But right now, I'm just going to get the duplicates of everything. So I'm going to do this as foot front, because this will be separate switches. I'm pretty sure I don't want to have the same feet. But for now, what I'll do is I will duplicate this, and then I'll put that also behind the body, under the leg. And this will be foot back. Let's go ahead and let's check the chat and see if everybody has any questions. Okay, not much so far. Let's see. So go ahead and oops. So now we'll kind of get to the point where we will start smoothing things out. I'm going to do his mouth. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do for the mouth. That one's going to be a little bit tricky. I'll show you again what my image is that I have. It's very, oops, my drawing. It's very simple. But I want to have him like eating and stuff. So if I pull this, have his mouth open, have his mouth with food. Yeah, so let me think of how I want to do this. I will do switch layers. Yeah, let's just do switch layers. That just makes the most sense for this. It's got to be quick. All right, so real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save this. I need to save before I continue and it crashes. Assets, I'm just going to call this bird, and then 001. Okay. So yeah, so for the mouth, I'm going to have it on switches. But let's go ahead and let's create an eye. Its eye will also be on a switch layer. But let's go ahead and let's just set up the base eye right now. And let me grab my actual image. Let's hide everything. And I wanted to make them like really kind of derpy looking, just kind of a dumb bird, because it's supposed to be a silly bird. And I'll grab kind of an off-white for the eye color there. Oops. And we'll go ahead and create that from the center. And it should have a fill on it. So once I turn this back on, there we go. There's the fill. And then I want to do a pupil. How do I want to do this? The pupil I'll have underneath or above the eye, separate, so that I can mask it and move that pupil around because it will have some movement in itself. Which for a switch layer, yeah, that should be okay. So the pupil, I'm going to go ahead and create, oops, let's see if I can get that better there. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn our color back on. And this pupil color is going to be a darker color, and I don't want any stroke, so I'll just do a fill. And actually, you know what? I want a stroke around his eye, just to keep everything the same. And I'll figure out what kind of size for that stroke I want to have for all of this. Right now, I'll just keep on going. So this eye, I know this is going to be inside of a switch layer, both the pupil and the eye. So what I'll do is I'll actually group these together. So I'm going to group with selection, And I'm going to call this I1. And then what I want to do, wait, let's see, convert to switch, I1. Yeah, so then what I want to do is I want to create a switch and put that in there. So I will just call this eyes. Okay. All right, and then let's go ahead and, oops, I forgot his other foot. Let me just get that real quick before I get ahead of myself. So let's see, I had front foot. I thought I did a back foot switch. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and delete that. And let's just duplicate that. And let's move it behind the body. Let's call this back. And just make sure we got everything all together. Oops, nope. What was going on? Okay, that's not the foot. Oh, that is the foot. Oh, shoot. I meant to do the leg. There we go. All right, so leg back. Let's move that back to where it was. So now we got our foot, left foot, or front foot, back leg. Oops, whoops, whoops. There we go. That's what I was missing. And it's kind of not a good idea to drag by layers, but I can't think of moving anything. I know I'll have a branch in front of this, so I think this will be fine. And then what I'll do is I'll just resize this just so it's his back leg, and we'll just throw in a slightly dark color there for the back section for the now, just so we can distinguish the two. All right, what was the next thing I was gonna do? Oh, his mouth. Let's see here. So I got the back foot, so his eyes. So above the head, which is gonna be above the body mask, I'm gonna have his mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and create, I'll create the resting position for his mouth. So I'll do closed mouth. And let's take a look at my reference here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide everything and just draw his mouth closed. And then I'll look at the actual bird reference to make sure I got most of that detail correct. And then this will have two shapes. Okay, so those will be two solid shapes once we bring this back in. And let's go ahead and let's give it kind of a yellow color. Nope. Let's see. Let's bring back our actual image here so we can see what color this bird is for these beaks. It's almost like a reddish color, it looks like. That's kind of like a gray. Oops. That one you can't see. Yeah, so yellow, that's actually not at all correct. So we'll do kind of like a, I don't know, we'll try that color for now. And then what I want to do is I just want to move that other shape behind the other one there. And there we go. So we'll just go ahead and form his beak. Let's make sure we got that somewhat. Nope. So that's not at anywhere close. So his beak actually goes, let's go ahead and take this point out. And then it looks like it kind of goes more so like that. I can't really see because it's really blurry. I can't see what that bottom beak is doing. So I might need to grab, oops, for that I might need to grab another reference to see that beak a little bit more clearly. But yeah, a lot of these strokes, I'll need to work with these strokes too to make sure that these are looking a little bit better. But right now, oops, the heck. Right now, that's pretty good for the mouth. He looks really dumb, so that's perfect. Yeah, but I also wanted to give this character personality. I didn't want to make it just like a stupid bird. Like, he'll look like a normal bird, and what the joke is he's making fun of his type of bird, his is it his species, a bird on TV. And so basically, so I'll just say what the story is. So on the TV, I'll have dances with birds. There's a certain bird. It's called the red-capped manakin, and this bird can do like a moonwalk, and it's really cool looking. But because the theme is silly bird, I want to have like Dance with Birds, kind of like Dancing with Stars. And there's gonna be like a little. I'll draw this bird out too. This is gonna be like a little reporter down here in the screen. While this will be real footage, and I'll just do super cuts from like National Geographic or something of this bird sliding on the branch. And then he will have a bowl of worms here in front of him, and he's watching it. So he's kind of got like your popcorn, except he's got bowl of worms in front of him, and he's listening to them talk. And I got the script here. It's actually on paper. The announcer will go something like, "Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red-capped mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk." And then he'll kind of roll his eyes, and then make like a snide comment. So right now I kind of have it for his comment. That makes us look so stupid, or like that makes us look so stupid. He's like just saying something snarky. And then because he's eating worms, and I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna do this, but off screen I'll have someone shouting, "Hey, who ate all the worms?" And then he kind of gets scared, and he looks down and he looks back up, and then he goes into this same bird position because these birds look really silly when they're doing their thing. So he'll freeze into this position. He'll be like paralyzed, and then I'll have him moonwalk off screen, and it'll just be the TV and the bowl of what's left of the bowl of worms present, and then it'll close. So there's going to be a lot of things that I need to add, like the sound. Again, I'm going to be my own voiceover, which I'm not too thrilled to do. Um, but I'll be doing a title screen also with the Dancing with the Birds. I'll try to do as much as I can in Moho. A lot of it would be easier in After Effects, but because I just want to get this all done, Moho would be the quickest way to do it. So I'm not sure if anybody is still watching, but that is kind of how I would do that that storyboard. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull up real quick the information to see. Okay, so we got 8 people watching, it looks like. So yeah, so in case you're wondering what I'm doing, that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, so now I can basically start fleshing out this character a little bit more, start giving him some personality, and just make it look pretty good. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing now, is just make this character look better. So the first thing I'll do, let's go ahead and go to his body. So I'm going to go ahead and give him some hair here at the top. Just kind of do something a little bit different. Well, not different, but just kind of give him his own personality and look and stuff. That's just character design is what it is, really. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to smooth out everything that I need to smooth out. This front of that beak, what do those look like? Whoops. Let's go ahead and hide that. Okay, so now I'm trying to just get the shape of this head because I drew it out really quickly. You know what? I kind of like that better. I like it going the other way. So I'm going to do that. So I have his thing going this way, so it kind of looks like a chicken. Let's make him look kind of like a rebel. Again, the personality, a lot of it's going to be in the voice, but most of it's going to be in the animation and in the design. I believe it's actually a principle of animation when you're talking about appeal. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll kind of give him a little bit of a mohawk. Right here in this area, I don't want to just have it straight. So what I'll do is I will kind of make it look like it's going into his beak a little bit more. So let's just go ahead and kind of fluff that out. Oops. Oops. Do the same on the bottom. So I don't know if you're still watching Haunted, but yeah, this is basically the process for drawing. You're really just moving just points around, and I know it can be frustrating at first, but once you get it, it actually can be a lot of fun drawing in Moho. Um, let's see. So we got that bird. I probably want to go back to his head. Let's go back to the body and just kind of make it a little bit more of how it's shown there. I know his eye placement is in a really weird spot because I just wanted to make him look really derpy. So that's kind of my stylistic choice there. So that's not really quite following the anatomy of the bird. I can't grab this piece here. It keeps on going wonky on me. Oops. Let's go ahead and take that out. Yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm not looking at the chat, but yeah, if you have any questions, I'm all ears. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. So what I'm gonna do, take that back. So he's got kind of a beard thing going there. So that color, so let's go ahead and let's grab that red. That red is actually coming up kind of there, and then there's almost like a yellow. So what we could do if we wanted, we could add a little bit of that yellow, which would give it a little bit more color, which would look nice. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to create a new vector, and I'm just going to call this yellow. And I'm going to just kind of, right now, just do something rough. It won't look like anything really right now. Just trying to create a shape. And then we'll give it a yellow color. Let's see, it's too yellow. And the same thing, I'm not going to do a stroke for that. And I'll work with that shape a little bit better so it looks slightly more appealing. Oops. Yeah, I think it did go kind of cross into the other spot there. Yeah, so we'll kind of work on that. That stroke around the mouth, I wonder if that's a good idea. Let's go back to the mouth. Let's go ahead and just select one of these strokes. Yeah, it throws off the style, so I have to have those strokes on there, unfortunately. So I might need to thin a lot of these strokes out and just kind of fix the width of a lot of these strokes too so they look better. But as far as this, let's go ahead and let's give this some more texture. So I kind of do that feathery, curvy type of look thing. That's kind of just what looks good to me. So this down here, it's going to be more of curved out. We'll tighten that spot in. Throw a couple more points in there. The other idea that I had for this animation that I thought would be pretty funny is because it's called a mannequin bird. I was gonna have like all of his friends. The reason why I didn't do this because it would take way too long. But I was gonna have all of his friends like dancing birds, and then he didn't get the memo, and he was the mannequin bird, so he always stayed in one spot in a really like a spot like this. So all I was gonna do is I was just gonna have all the birds dancing around him. But in case nobody knows what this bird is, you would need some explanation. It wouldn't make sense. So that's why I came up with the announcer on the TV announcing what the bird is, um, showing the actual footage of the actual bird in real life, and then yeah, just kind of give it some more detail as to what this bird is and what it can do. So yeah, so that's the first part right there for his head. For his eye, I was going to give him some personality, but I think I'll just do it with the actual eyelid itself. So As far as the wide eye, I'll just leave it as is right now. And then we'll go ahead and get into the body. So let me go ahead and again, let's do it save. So I actually save in not over the file. I actually just create a new version. And if you find that helpful, I would highly suggest doing it because you can lose everything if it's all inside of one version. In Moho, sometimes it crashes and you can lose everything, which is very frustrating. So I always save in multiple different versions to prevent that. Okay. And then we'll come down here to, whoops, to his belly and just go ahead and delete that point. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll create some fur popping out here a little bit. So I want to quickly move past the design phase and rigging phase because those are probably not the most time consuming, but they're not the most fun to watch somebody stream and watch someone do. It's more so the animation that everybody enjoys, including myself. And something I want to stream a lot more of. I've done way too much design and uh, rigging, and it'd be nice to do uh, more animation. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just hide the legs real quick, just so we can see what our character looks like. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that just to keep those out of the way, because I might need to resize those as well. They look a little off. Okay, this foot, where is this foot coming from? Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, it's front. Foot back, what? Oh, what did I do? What the heck? Body mask. Oh, okay, these aren't even in. Oh, whoa. Tail. What's tail? Oh, I did do tail outside of the body. So let's move that back underneath. The foot, I don't know what that is. Front. Okay, that was weird. All right, just add some extra stuff in there. Oh, his wing. Duh. For his okay, so I'm not probably gonna do a whole lot of sorry, I'm talking out loud here. I'm just trying to think. His wing. Okay, so I'm gonna do his wing inside of his body mask, but I'm not going to mask it because there's no reason to. It's gonna be the same color as this, I think. Again, that's why we got references. Yep, it's the same color. It's just black. So we'll do wing, and we'll only see the one wing. The one wing will only be visible. So let's just create a really simple wing right now. And again, this is where knowing your actual bird anatomy really helps because I really don't know what wings look like. I mean, besides your typical cartoon wing. So yeah, that's what I would imagine a wing would look like, but I'll have to fix it once I look into the actual bird. And then this will be a closed shape. So I'm going to go ahead and close that off. As you can see, it's going to bring that color. Let's go ahead and change it back to that one. And then I'm going to hide that just so it's a solid shape. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and move that point down. That's fine. It's not visible. So if I render that out, that's what it's going to look like. Okay, let's see if you guys have any questions in case I'm missing anything. Nope. All right, cool. 6 watching. Well, to those 6 of you who are watching, thank you for watching, and I hope this is helpful. Okay, so let's go to the tail. Let's go ahead and work on that real quick. Again, I don't really know what the tail looks like. I need to grab a higher res image. But my guess is something like that, just for like a quick mock-up for a tail. And then for the points on his body, I actually want to move those up a little bit more. So this is my process, and then the next thing I'll do is I'll kind of go through and I'll fix the line width of different things. I don't do that too much because it can get pretty overwhelming sometimes. His wing I don't like. What I want to do is I probably want to just tuck in those feathers into one another so that they're closer together. Oops. See if we can figure out how to do this. I kind of want to have them going upwards. So let's do that. So we'll do, well, where's that going? Oh, so that's inside of a mask. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I didn't want that in the mask. So right now it's in a mask. So let's just go ahead and don't mask this layer. And there you go. See, it's outside of the mask now. Um, uh, shoot, I don't like that either. Yeah, so I'll have to work with it. Just figure out what works. I just want to have these not tail feathers, these wing feathers pointing up more so. So yeah, something like that. Not really. I don't know. Yeah, so that'll be a good start. And then his legs, these are gonna be tricky. This one's gonna just make it look weird. But I guess that's the purpose. It's a weird looking bird. So I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do for his legs. The wing's gonna be over top of the legs. So what's going on here? Body. Why is this? Oh, front foot. Oh shoot. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense layer-wise to have the wing over top of or inside of the body mask. So I'm going to put it outside of the body mask. Um, and I'll actually shrink down these feet. Those things are way too long, way too big. So let's go ahead and let's just scale this down. Whoops, wrong thing. So I want the leg and the foot to scale those. Whoa, to scale those down. And I want to do the same thing for the others, so I'm just going to grab all of them. I don't know how well this is going to scale, but nope, grab the wrong thing. Tail, foot, there we go. Yeah, so something like that, that's fine. And then, again, this is where knowing the anatomy comes in to use because I have no idea where the legs are really supposed to go. I mean, I can kind of take a wild guess, but um, let's see. So the leg, back leg, back foot. So let's go ahead and let's drag those back. See, that would be like my guess is somewhere around there, but I could be totally wrong. So let's go ahead and let's hide the actual bird. I'm going to save first. Whoops, 03. And let's go ahead and bring back. That doesn't help. So let's go ahead and hide that one. Okay, so this one might be helpful. Yeah, in this one, his legs are really far apart, but that's because he's dancing. So let's hide that one. That one as well. Shoot. Let's pull up some more. Red capped mannequin. Let's pull up some more images and let's see if we can find anything else. That's a good one. That's pretty helpful. I like that one, even though it's a YouTube thumbnail. Oops. Save image as images. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll bring that one in because that will be a helpful image to go after. And I don't want to make this any longer than an hour. So let me just double check the time, see where I'm at. Okay, we got about 10 minutes left. So now I'm just going to go ahead and let's grab that image. This one here. Let's go ahead and let's just flip it around. Just take a look. Hey, that's actually pretty dang. I actually just drew this, not on this actual image, but that came out pretty close. That's crazy. That's funny. So his tail actually, we can actually use this for reference too. His tail is actually shorter. So let's go ahead and let's first off shrink his tail down. Just because of the, I'm guessing it's because of the foreshortening, but it's also just a lot, oops, a lot skinnier. What's going on with these points? What the heck? Whoa. Okay, I don't know how that got messed up, but I'm trying to fix it right now. Okay, how do I Oh, I can't go forward? I undoed way too many times and I was trying to bring myself back to where I was. There we go. Um, okay, so his tail's more, it follows his body, so it kind of goes like this. So more so up here. Then all these are going to be like this. Oops, something like that. All these points, I can take all these out because there's really not much going on there. And there's going to be a tighter, man, I do not know what's going on with these Bezier things, but they're kind of a pain in the butt right now. Um, Something like that, so it's kind of curving down. And let's just go ahead and let's just throw in a couple more stylistic choices here. So we'll give it some fluff. Oops, come on. And I'll do the same thing for his tail over here. I don't want to have it as just a sharp point. So I'm going to kind of, not too much, but just kind of what is going on with that thing. There we go. Just kind of pull it out a little bit more. See what that looks like. That looks pretty good. I can go ahead and get rid of that line there. Let's go ahead, go to there, and I'm just going to pull the line right there and take it out. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I kind of like the way that looks. His leg now, this is going to be helpful. His leg actually looks a lot different than whatever the heck I was drawing. So let's go ahead and let's fix that. So as far as where it's positioned on his body, it's actually really a lot further back. So let's go ahead and let's just move those things back. So it's gonna be right around here-ish. And then fix his foot. It's gonna be, whoops. Gosh dang, come on. It's gonna be more puffy is what I'm seeing here. It's a very blurry image, but it looks a lot more puffy. So his knee, or not his knee, but I guess this is his backwards knee because they hyperextend their legs. His knee is gonna come somewhere right about there. It looks like. And then this, kind of that's what it looks like it's doing. Let's bring in this leg so I can kind of set this in a better spot. Oops. So this is kind of angled more so like this. And then I'll have to fix his toes and stuff. But gosh, I wish I could see the better detail of what's going on. I don't know how this blends together. I don't know if it just looks like a pom-pom on a wire or what. Or what do they call those things? A pipe cleaner. See, that one would be good if I could actually see the image. This one might. Where's the image size? Oh, 300. Yeah, that's too small. That might be good. So let's take a look at this image. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that actually really helped. So let's just go ahead and do kind of what we were doing with the fluffies, and we'll do the same thing here. So I want to make it closer. I don't want to make it look like it's Big Bird's feet. So let's go ahead and add another point there. Oops. Kind of decrease that a little bit. We might have to work with some what do you call it? Just the width, the line width. So something like that. I kind of like how that looks. Let's go ahead and let's bring this out a little bit more. So it's a little bit more, whoops, curved. Come on, things. There we go. Maybe looks broken. Let's see. Nope, I do not like the way that looks. That looks really stupid, actually. So I didn't get this at all right. because it looks really off. His foot actually, it's a little bit too small how I created it. So let's go ahead and let's size it back up slightly. And it actually comes to more of a point is also what I'm seeing. So it's not so fluffy as I thought. And all this is a lot closer. Oops. Maybe that's a little bit skinnier. This is all, dang, all a lot closer as well. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. And then his leg comes out. So this leg then would go about there-ish. Maybe a little bit longer. Maybe that's what looks a little bit off. So I'll extend the, whoops, use my lasso tool and just kind of pull that out a little bit more. And then I'll put some lines or whatever I need to for that detail there. I don't like the way that this is looking. These strokes are way too thick. So I'll need to fix that soon. Yeah, so I think that looks a little bit better. His feet, I think we could, let's take a look at a bird's foot, just for reference. Bird foot. Oh, that's a handy little reference. Wading birds. Let's see. What's a common bird that would look like this bird? A swallow, maybe? Swallow foot. Oh gosh. Swallow bird foot, not human feet. The heck? Okay, this might be helpful. Okay, so I got the 3. I don't even know if this is more like a, oh, this is a swallow. Okay. Yeah, so this would be like a helpful reference. So yeah, how I have that foot is totally wrong. So it's got like the one longer middle toe and then the other ones. Okay, let's see where I'm at with time though, just so I'm not going over. And we're coming up on an hour here, so we will probably be wrapping this up pretty soon. I'll just get this foot done. I'll go ahead and delete this nasty thing over here, and we'll just fix the one. And we'll call it good. Yeah, so what I would like to do tomorrow, I have some time as well, is stream this as well. Again, I've just been kind of overwhelmed by all of the teaching of everything, and I've kind of lost confidence, to be quite honest, in my own skills. I'm working on an animation course, and I feel like I've really lost my touch with animation simply because I've been teaching so much more, so much of the technical stuff, and it's really kind of put me in a slump, and I haven't felt that great about it. Um, so yeah, so this is really to kind of challenge me, be helpful for those that are watching. Again, all of these assets, as I get them created and finished up for this competition, will all be made available for anyone to use. So let's see. So leg, foot, front foot, or foot front. Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, so yeah. Let's just go ahead and add some more fluffies in here. Okay, again, that's just kind of a stylistic choice. In here as well, I want to do the same thing because I don't want to just be a, what the heck is going on? A solid color going straight into his body there. My mouse is really acting up. Probably not that exaggerated. That's a little bit too much. Yeah, it looks okay. So this will be interesting. I actually changed the style of this character, so I might need to draw out a new sketch because this is originally what I thought I would be using. Let's go ahead and bring it up here. Whoa. How? What? Oh, it's not even inside the reference folder. There we go. This is the original one here that I was gonna do. Uh, kind of going with all this, but yeah, so I'll have to kind of work as I go as well to try to figure out what exactly I want to do with this foot because that foot is way too small now. And as far as rigging goes, dang, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Because what I wanted to get is I wanted to get this just really long leg derpy type of look. So I might need to, I don't know. I'll have to work with it. But that's what we got so far. That's just the start of our design there for our character. But yeah, I'll try to make this. I don't. It won't be an everyday thing because I got a full-time job, and at the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Plus, for those of you that don't know, I have let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. I have a website. Um, it's either withcoach.com or podia.com. I'll put this in the link as well, or in the description. But I have a membership that you can join, and this is where I spend the majority of my time. As of recently, we've been having a lot of issues with health in my family and stuff, so I've taken time away from doing this. But you can sign up to the Moho Studio Academy. This is where I'll be. I answer questions here every day. I have a lot of people that reach out to me personally. It's only $10 a month. You get access to all of my courses. This is a great way that you can support the channel, give me more opportunities to provide more tutorials, more courses. You get one-on-one help with me. The monthly Moho project files, I haven't been doing a good job on that. Right now, it's been a lot of one-on-one tutoring, and everyone that I've surveyed everyone that's in it so far, and they all really like it. It's a great way to get motivated. There's a specific community just for those people in the membership. So everyone that's paying towards this, they got some motivation because they're putting money behind what it is that they love to do. And everyone's really willing to help one another. And it's been a really cool experience. So if you haven't yet, be sure to check out my website. And if you want to get help from me and from other people that are really passionate about animation, join the Moho Studio Academy membership. It's $10 a month to get access to all of my courses, which is like almost $150 worth of stuff for just $10 a month. You can cancel at any time, basically, but really great opportunity. So I want to thank everyone for joining me on the stream. I'll check the questions real quick, see if there's anything to answer real quick here. Murad said, hi, I'd like to see a complex animation like body turn while running. Would you make a tutorial about that? I don't know how to do that exactly for running. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get back into animation first. I've been doing a lot of rigging, and that entails rigging. What I'd like to do is kind of what I'm doing now. Start with the storyboard, show you the whole entire process so you can see step by step the production process of what it takes to create animation such as this. Jeremy says, how do I import photos inside of Moho? Jeremy, there's a couple ways that you can do it with the new Moho 12.4 update. You could literally, if I wanted to, I could take these photos from Google. So let's hop back over to Google real quick. I could take a photo like this and simply go to copy image and then go to Moho and I can go to edit. I think it's paste, just paste. And what's going to say, it's going to say, what would you like to name this image? And so I will just call this bird foot. And it's going to ask, where do you want to save this? So that's a really quick way to do it. Another way that you could do it is by the vector, the new layer. Go ahead and select your image. From there, it's going to put it inside your layer. And there's one more that you can do if you want to import a bunch of images. Go to General Import. That'll also open up, it'll give you a higher selection. So I actually should have used this because I was trying to do a lot of images at once. So you can go ahead and you can select all those and then open them. Let's see. I don't know where it put all those, but did that put? Oh, weird. Oh, okay. So I did put them all inside this folder. Okay. But yeah, so that's basically 3 ways that you can import images. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Either if you're watching now live or if you're watching sometime in the future, really appreciate it. If you like my channel, be sure and subscribe. I'm going to try and pop out, get more animations and tutorials and different things out when I can. But as always, thank you for your support, and you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you later.